Do you know where you want to be 1 year from now? How about maybe 5 or 10? Do you have goals set for your entire life? Do you know what you want to accomplish before the end of it all? Well, consider this. If you've ever known somebody that reached the end of their life, do they seem like they accomplished everything they wanted to? Maybe it's time to start looking at some goals. How's it going, everybody? I'm Josiah, Mr. Therapy Kostek, and these are the rules of the game. My way of teaching you and helping you to find ways to take your talent and your passion and turn them into a marketable result. And there we go. We're talking about some goals, right? Hey, you gotta have them. If you don't, you're pretty much like a ship out to sea. You don't know where you're gonna end up. You might be in the middle of the ocean just going in circles and never really get anywhere. Never accomplish anything. Scary stuff, if you ask me. So what I wanted to do is kind of break down some of the goals that I've had over the past year, 3 and 5 years, and kind of let you know how my progress has come along with Can't Get Right Entertainment, the ESBA initiative, and of course, Rules of the Game marketing. And hey, I'm just basically going to answer some questions and give you the fill-in on where my head's at, where I've been, and where I plan on going. So without further ado, let's answer some questions. My short-term goal was to have my company Can't Get Right Entertainment established by way of marketing myself and other local artists. C.G.R.s Entertainment is a music production and promotion company that would focus on seeking out the most positive and motivated artists that also displayed philanthropic values. I chose this as my goal because I've already put years into achieving the establishment of my own business, and once I've completed my bachelor's degree, I don't want to be stuck with overwhelming monetary obligations with zero financial stability. I've worked a lot of jobs over the years, from tanker in the U.S. Army and CNA to welder, factory laborer, even burger flipper. Some jobs, like telemarketing, where I was able to work with people directly to achieve a goal, gave me a kind of peace, like I was doing something I was meant to do. The problem with the jobs was I have a very red personality followed by green, making me a leader who hates to be told what to do or how to best carry out my tasks. I'm also detailed to an insane degree. I need to know everything about something before I feel confident in my objective. I conduct research every day, as I have for years, and seek out answers at the drop of a dime, which also makes it very difficult to convince me I'm wrong. I wouldn't sell a product I don't believe in, and I wouldn't promote a service unless it held the high standard of quality I hold myself to. I want to be successful, and for me that means being a leader, a business owner. My ultimate life goals are to be remembered for using my wealth to put 1 million kids through college and feed 1 billion families before I leave this earth. To quote JFK, I didn't set these goals because they were easy, but because they were hard. I've come to realize through network marketing that the way you get everything in life is to dedicate yourself to helping everyone around you get everything they want in life. So that's become my mantra. I have not, but in thinking about it, I'm surprisingly not disheartened. At the time of setting this goal, I was taking C.G.R.s Entertainment deeper into community service and philanthropy by getting independent artists and bands to play for business openings, community shelters, local community events, and anywhere else I could get them exposure at no cost. First, to show the community the performers are good, giving, self-sacrificing artists worthy of their support, and second, to get potential customers to hear the artists, building their popularity in preparation for the release of CDs, merchandise, and other live performances. I knew lack of funding and time constraint were going to be issues, which is why, when setting this goal, I planned to put together a team to help me market, promote, and contact artists as well as clients. I'd need help setting up and operating equipment as well as a variety of other tasks. It was unfortunate we were unable to monetize our efforts in the time I set, but after months of operation, some of the artists and team members proved unreliable by not performing their duties, being absent during scheduled work hours or performances, and 2 of our key artists fell into drug addiction, which I had to maintain a zero tolerance for. Prior to the ultimate upset, my team and I were doing amazing things in the community. We were receiving wonderful responses from the public, but our expansion and monetization was very slow. Being that we were interacting primarily with seniors to get these performance engagements and reviewing our online response over the course of a few months, I found rebranding was necessary to cater to the older demographic in my area. Rebranding Can't Get Right Entertainment to the Eat, Sleep, Breathe Art Initiative, or ESBA, was the first time I made such a decision, and I'm proud to say it proved to be the correct one. My hometown began losing our labor industry, factories, and with it many families 12 years ago, leading them to redevelop the area based on art and music. We offer tax breaks, public studios, art galleries, and many other amenities to artists willing to relocate to our historic city and pursue their careers as a resident. So after a lot of meditation, I came up with the Eat, Sleep, Breathe Art Initiative to work in tandem with our city's redevelopment strategy and still be viewed as a universal brand for C.G.R.s philanthropic works. In a sense, I created C.G.R.s first subsidiary. Can't Get Right is a site that charges a fee for recording, promotion, and booking, yet I wasn't charging anyone, which made everyone think I was doing everything for free. ESBO was a way to excuse my nonprofit activities and get other businesses and artists involved. If an artist wanted to be recorded and booked, C.G.R. would be happy to charge them a fee and perform a dutiful service. If the artist had no money, which was most often the case, we would get them involved with the ESBA initiative, where they wouldn't receive a fee simply because I wasn't charging anyone, but they would get the chance to perform, build their exposure, build their online presence, as well as get footage for their social networking sites. Not to mention, our music movement would be building exposure as well. It was a benefit to all. I invested my own money and created a clothing line and rubber band bracelets to use in gamification strategies, and held drawings at live events where I would issue tickets to everyone that came to win one of my custom designed hoodies or t-shirts. Getting pictures and video with the winners for all my social platforms would gain engagement because, hey, everyone likes winning and being in the spotlight. Telling people of our efforts and giving them a chance to be seen and speak on the subject often provided us the best word-of-mouth promotion to date. The tactics I discussed are just a fraction of the ideas, plans, and strategies I've employed, but overall, I'd say I'm pleased with my progress. My initial goals of being a presence in the music and entertainment industry are still there. My strategy and methods to get there, however, have changed nearly 100%. I believe if providing value to someone's life in some way is a pillar in your strategy, it will see some degree of success. Frankly, it doesn't even matter if the tactic works or not. The important thing is to attempt the tactic and find out if it works. Go fast, go hard, make as many mistakes as you have to, but learn everything you can. If you're not seeing each mistake, you can't prevent it. And if you don't acknowledge the progress, it'll be the equivalent of luck and you won't be able to replicate it. Have success, make mistakes, just learn from every experience and start as soon as possible. My recovery plan began about 5 months ago when I delved into the realm of network marketing. I have huge goals set for myself, so this isn't something I'll ever accomplish working some 9 to 5. Time and an automated income is needed, and I'm accomplishing this by joining affiliate companies and offering the purchase of services and products to which I earn a residual income. I've used my skills of video editing to make content, my talents of public speaking, teaching, and communications to make entertaining and engaging marketing material that I've received proud reviews over. My wife and I have finally saved up enough to invest into her photography goals and purchased her a beautiful Canon camera, chroma key and backdrop set, as well as studio quality lighting setup that will not only get her started but also help in my efforts. You can imagine how expensive it all was, but we have a strong belief in not spending money on something unless it could potentially make us money. My business is my life, and whether I'm on vacation, shopping, or at home, I'm always looking for strategies and ways to create content that will aid in generating revenue for my company. It's all about the ROI. My 6-year-old Maya is also very photogenic and enjoys making videos herself, so I intend on nurturing her enthusiasm by helping her plan out her YouTube channel and begin making her content as well as marketing it. We are a family of philanthropic entrepreneurs, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Well, circumstances are always changing. Adapting to the changes in my short and long-term goals is the way of progress. It's the flexible sapling, not the mighty oak that survives hurricane-scale winds. My goals of being a world-renowned humanitarian by way of the entertainment industry will never change, no matter how many paths I have to take to get there. I'll simply continue building and applying my knowledge, taking opportunities as they come while constantly assessing my risk and daily reminding myself that I have a purpose on this earth. And it's to build a company with a legacy of helping my fellow man. My most current and productive plan is to continue creating value-building content to aid others working toward becoming successful business owners and performing entertainers. Doing this costs me no money and little time, builds my expertise, online presence, builds toward my following and social network, as well as provides an opening to offer my products and services to which I charge for. If I do nothing but make posts on Facebook about my product, it'll take less than a week for everyone that's added me to remove me from their content streams. However, if I make 5 videos that teach people about websites, marketing, apps, tools, and strategies that can help them be more successful in their endeavors, then put a short advertisement about my product at the end of the 5th video, it will be accepted with much more tolerance. Also, it'll make people more interested in my products and services because people hate being sold to. They like to buy. And presenting a tool that I use for my business as opposed to pushing people to buy now has earned a greater response. Realizing as a network marketer that I'm not selling products but solutions was a revelation and a game changer for me as an entrepreneur. As I mentioned, my medium and long-term goals of being known globally as an altruistic teacher and entertainer are well underway. I don't know anyone else who has attempted to accomplish what I am, but I've invested years learning from mentors like Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Les Brown, Warren Buffett, Jim Rohn, Robert Kiyosaki, Earl Nightingale, and so many others. They've helped me find my why, my reason for pushing forward a little more every day. To consider my plans and how they'll help people while reminding myself that I can and will achieve my goals. They used to be dreams, but when I decided I wanted them to be realities, I got myself out of bed and on my feet. I put the internet in my face and books in my hands. I put motivational speakers in my ears and other motivated individuals with similar goals at my side. I put blisters on my feet, fingertips, strain in my back, and bags under my eyes, getting up earlier and staying up later than anyone else, climbing toward my goal. I've sacrificed time with my beloved family, food, sleep, even my own personal hygiene for days at a time to reach the next stage of my success. And though it may only be a few steps further, even when it takes me weeks, months, or years to get there, I can always look back and see how far I've come. I can look and see all the ones that doubted me and those who believed in me, and the ones that would never be able to make it this far, as well as the ones I hope succeed along the way. The greatest shift that has taken place in the last 13 years when I first realized my life would somehow be involved with the music industry would be how much value I put into other people's success over my own, as I did many years ago. I also put my own personal writing, recording, and performing on a permanent hold until I established myself as a professional, and I've automated my predetermined monthly income from the affiliate companies I represent. Sacrificing time doing what I originally loved most about this industry was a great struggle, and it still is. But I see myself getting closer to the day that I can return. And once I do, my business methods will be better than ever before. My personal marketing and promotion will advance 100-fold, and the stress from lacking funding will no longer be an issue. I will be free to live every dream I care to make a reality, not to mention being capable of helping the ones around me live their dreams as well. Greatest of all, I'll be able to give my family the life they deserve and be able to spend as much time with them as I desire. That is the American dream. And even if it takes me 10 or 20 years, hey, I'm 33 and I'm close to the most. So, plan those goals, but get started on them right away, and I'll see you at the top. But you don't have to believe me, just watch. I'm Josiah, Mr. Therapy Kostek, teaching you a few more of those rules to the game only on Can't Get Right Entertainment.